The greatest ideas have come from sitting on the toilet. Every day, some company, individual, or group is known for giving the public a load of bullshit. Come here to get your daily dose of shit by Alan Cousin. It's time you hear the shit everyone wants to know.
Good morning, Vietnam. Oh, wait, it's not Vietnam, but I've always wanted to say that. So thanks, Robin Williams, for allowing me to do it. Hope you don't have a problem with that, right? Anyway, welcome to your daily dose of shit with Alan Cousin, your host. That's right, me in the flesh. But, clothes on, of course. So I am here to tell you what's on my mind today on this Thursday. Yeah, that's Thursday. Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. March 23rd, 2023. See, it sounds like a code. March 23rd, 2023. March 23rd, 2023. I feel like I'm, doing some kind of espionage. But anyway, in case the FBI is listening, I am not into terrorism or espionage. I am just a normal citizen just trying to enjoy life. So just remember that. And for all my Alexas listening to me, I am just living. Nothing more. Thank you. So, hopefully you had a great day today on this Thursday. Almost Friday, almost the weekend, but yet, of course, still only Thursday. I know I did. It was pretty good, actually. Much better than yesterday. Yesterday was just so much havoc. It just made me go, ugh. I shouldn't even have woken up yesterday. It was one of those days where it's like, why did I even get out of bed? But I did. But anyway, this Thursday was great, so I'm happy. I hope you're happy. It's 81 degrees here in Texas for March, which is springtime, but yet it feels like summer. Go figure. But 81 is not that bad, I guess. It's not 75, of course, which would be perfect weather, but hey, 6 degrees is still 6 degrees. So, of course, today, sitting on my porcelain throne, relaxing, and, not having to have a chill when I sat down because, of course, it's not cold right now. I scrolled through my items of news articles, which, of course, comes to me around 4:30 in the morning and then again around 12 to 12:30 and then hits me again around 4 and hits me again around 8. You'd be amazed when you're in a news media program how often you get news. It's like, remember, I'm getting global news, so it's not just America news, it's news from everywhere, and things are always happening. So, but in scrolling and skimming through my news, of course, and trying to figure out what was of importance to me, 2 words came to my mind today. And those 2 words were DT, for Donald Trump. Former President Donald Trump. Now, of course, I am clearly a Republican. In case you didn't know that, I am a Republican, but I am a mild Republican, meaning that I do believe in conservative ways to a point about business and, helping each other and doing well, but not just giving away the pork or the pig or, just literally helping people that can help themselves. But, of course, I'm not, to the point of not helping others when opportunity persists and allows it to. So, I'm kind of in the middle with that conservatism. But basically, I still am a Republican and also a member of the GOP as well. And I will say, this is a very interesting situation we have here with Mr. Donald Trump. Mr. Donald Trump was appropriately Friday supposedly going to be arrested Thursday that passed. Well, of course, it has not yet occurred. And now it comes to record that he even stated that if he was to get arrested and go to court, he wanted to be handcuffed while being in court. Now, of course, he has no need to be handcuffed because, he's a former president. I don't think we have too much deadly threats to be coming from such a gentleman. But, of course, he is utilizing this opportunity to do what he does best. Get attention and let people know his thoughts and feelings in order to create a reaction from his reaction and actions. Now, I will say this. there are quite a lot of people out there that do not like Donald Trump. Yes, we do know that. I do understand. And there's quite a lot of people out there that do like Donald Trump. Yes, we do know that too. And we do understand. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you, audience. You're not clapping for me. That's okay, though. I'll be okay, I guess. My feelings are not hurt yet. But yes, there are quite a few people out there who don't like him and quite that do. And everybody has their own opinions about why they do, why they don't. And, and I myself, I'm just the media. I'm just a person that's neutral in the situation. I'm not going to say I like the gentleman. I'm not going to say I hate the gentleman. I'm just right there in the middle. No judgment. Guys do what he does. You do what you do. Everybody does what they do. No judgment, okay? Because basically we're all human. Sometimes we do great things. Sometimes we do not so great things. I will say this, though. It was interesting because I myself, Alan Cousin, being that I'm a member of the National Press Club of Washington, D.C., and, of course, founder of Get Up Radio and Get Up Radio Media, did proclaim in 2016 that Donald Trump was going to become our president when he was at the lowest of lowest ratings at the time. And many, many people who read my article disposed me as saying, you're out of your mind, you're crazy, there's no way this is going to happen. And yet, it did. So, once again, as I proclaimed it before, I will proclaim it again, that I do see former President Donald Trump becoming our next president in 2024. And the reason I see this is because Mr. Trump is, though he acts like he doesn't know what's really going on, and many people tend to gesture him as, quote unquote, not intelligent and really not a part of exercising anything in any allegiance of a leader, manager, president, so forth. I think people don't realize that he is very good at doing something that he has always been great at. Acting a situation, acting a certain way, portraying a certain image to make others believe certain things. And I believe that Donald Trump must play a very good game of chess because his strategies are quite amazing and intellectual. And I say this from my personal opinion, of course, as a reporter and, of course, as a media broadcast owner, because I noticed how Mr. Trump will cause certain events by the actions that he proclaims and the reactions that he gets because of those actions. And I noticed that he is always seemingly ahead of the game, prepared for whatever comes to him. Though he may act like he isn't, he already expected it, and actually was prepared when it came. Think about it. The gentleman is still not in prison, and he has already committed certain laws, which, of course, in certain federal grants would have been felonies or against the Patriot Act. And basically, most people would have already been in jail, but yet Mr. Trump is still free, which shows you only that his intelligence is by far much more acute than you might believe it is. And so I say, Mr. Trump, fine job. I have to say, you're doing well in your game of chess towards your opponents. And so I see the opportunity that if he does get arrested for some reason, but doesn't get indicted, Mr. Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States of America in 2024. Now, I'm stating this only based on information that I've read and gathered, and also based on just understanding the algorithm of what occurs from certain actions and events in history. So, I'm not saying that I am rooting for him or voting for him or even supporting him, because I am a neutral party, being that I am part of the media, as we are supposed to be neutral. Fox News. But, sometimes some of us are not neutral. CNN. So, just saying, I'm a neutral party. So, I'm just giving you information and insight. Nothing more, nothing less. So, I see this is very interesting because it's also funny to me because even Chris Rock, who, of course, was given that notorious slap by Will Smith, which that is a whole nother story. Sometimes maybe I even might join in on that one because that is a comedy in itself. Said if you arrest Donald Trump, he will be president of the United States. It's like Chris Rock has said, hey, now, if you arrest Donald Trump, you're pretty much opening the whole floodgates of letting something that shouldn't happen. Don't you see the trap? Don't you see the pitfall? Don't you see that it's actually not what you think? It's a mirage, and you're walking and you fall because you thought you had it right, and guess what? You had it wrong. I mean, hey, he's a comedian, but you know what? He still is an intelligent man, and he's basically letting you know, you're not thinking this through. You're not thinking this at all. And I think he's Democrat. Not quite sure, but either way, I believe Chris Rock is very right. He's very astute. Yes, if you underestimate people, individuals, and you do in fact arrest Mr. Donald Trump, you will not actually be affecting him in a negative way, but you will be affecting him more so in a positive way. It's like having someone that everyone loves but you hate as a king, and then you decide, I want to behead the man that everyone loves because basically I don't like the person. Or like Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc was well loved by the peasants, but was hated by the queen. And guess what? When Joan of Arc died, instead of her memory going away, no, it went into history as her being a martyr of Christ. So she became even more so popular because of the actions and the negative reactions that was placed upon her. Thereby, so saying, hey, let's get the brain active. Same thing here with President Donald Trump. Former president, that is. If you actually arrest the man, you are not actually taking him down, but you will actually make his name go in glory, therefore causing many and more people to basically feel the need to support him. And like I said, unless you put him in jail based on an indictment, you will legally make him one of the most popular individuals in the United States of America if he does not be indicted, but is arrested. So I hope the people out there who are handling these situations in this case are thinking everything through, dotting their I's, crossing their T's. Because if you make one slight mistake, then you will definitely cause the Democrats to have no opportunity whatsoever to have a president for 2024. So, just interesting when you think about that. You know, Trump Towers. You know, I remember seeing Donald Trump in a movie with Macaulay McCollum, and I just always remember, you know, he just did his little one part, you know, in there. But still, he did a little one part as an actor and everything, and hey, he enjoyed it. Everybody enjoyed it. So, but it's like I said, you know, Trump Towers has become Trump Towers because this man knows how to do things. People don't realize how intelligent this man can really be. I recall reading a book on Trump Towers one time, long ago, I might add, but still did read it, where Trump was in a financial bankruptcy dilemma back in the early 2003, and was leading into even more bankruptcy in 2006 and 7. Now, of course, in having a meeting set forward by all the banks who he owed money to, when he went in there, he did not go in there pleading for more money or pleading to be able to pay so that he can, you know, keep all his assets and companies arranged. No, he walked in there with his legal attorneys and asked for more money. And of course, the banks looked at him thinking, you're asking us for more money, but yet you're owing us millions of dollars and not really paying us on time. Don't think you're thinking straight here, partner. And Mr. Trump said, well, here's the thing. You have choices. You have choice A, where you can actually give me more money so I can have the ability to utilize that money to improve Trump Towers and therefore pay you off in the long run. Or B, you have the choice of not giving me the money, in which then I will have to claim bankruptcy in Chapter 11, and then basically I don't lose but a company, but you lose all the money that you expected to get out of me in the first place. I think choice A would be a better situation for all of us, but the choice and decision is yours. Well, alas, at the end of that meeting, surprisingly, guess what happened? Mr. Trump got a check for so many millions of dollars by the banks. Now, not sure about you, but if that doesn't show intelligence and strategy, I don't know what does. So clearly, Mr. Trump sometimes will cast upon a confused image of a man, an individual who doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. But in all access, he is actually quite good at making people believe one thing while he's actually doing another. And he's very strategic. And I mean, yes, we do know that there's supposedly situations where he has been connecting with Putin of Russia, but Putin is a very sophisticated and a very, very strategic man himself. So if he was to be dealing with Putin, well, I can clearly see why, because strategic people like to be around strategic people. Either way, what I'm saying is it's very interesting, this whole Trump dilemma. I mean, it's been going on literally for almost, 3 years now? And the man is still free. The man is not even worried about going to jail. And he's still doing what he does best. Getting attention, going out, cheering on crowds, making them cheer him back, and causing people to focus on him as he makes money off the events that he performs at. So, not sure about you, but if I want to supposedly have a guilty opportunity, but still I'm making money while I'm waiting to be claimed guilty, well, I don't know. That's a pretty smart fellow, don't you think? So, it's just going to be interesting to see how this this big finale happens with Mr. Donald Trump. But I will say this, I have a feeling that he's going to do quite fine at the end, and I have a feeling that he's going to become president of the United States in 2024. So you've heard it from me, Alan Cousin, on your daily dose of shit. Because you know what? When you're sitting on the toilet, you have a lot of time to think about a lot of things. And sometimes your best ideas will pop up when you least expect it, as you're taking a dump on the toilet. So with that being all said, I'll leave you be. And then tomorrow, just remember, idiots just don't go away. So get used to them. But at least smile and make them feel better. Ciao.
Thanks for listening to your Daily Dose of Shit Talk Show. If you have some insights, questions, or information of bullshit to pass on, please email us at momentousevents@aol.com. Make sure to come back daily to hear some new shit about money, business, life, and who knows what else as I take a dump on the toilet.